It's Monday, and unfortunately I haven't been able to start much on the bus because I've been working on that thing. Air conditioning, getting that time. Don't want to get caught without it, which is also the same issue I'm going to have with this bus. I have not had tremendous success with the road air because, again, I'm trying to reverse engineer what somebody else did. I did find a lot of the valves were turned off, and I got pressure on the low side, but I got nothing or very little on the high side. So I think I've still got a valve turned off somewhere. Or that receiving tank is bad. I'm not sure which one, and I'm not an AC guy. I know enough to be dangerous. Like I said, I found those wires were unplugged, so we plugged them back in. So now I'm not getting a low pressure warning in the bus, I'm getting a high pressure. So I could have a bad switch. There's a lot of things it could be, and this is not going to be a high priority fix. I was just, just checking. The clutch and everything works on the AC. And I know I'm supposed to be doing the floor, but I got to finish fixing that door. Put that back together. And I think I'm going to work on the wrap. I need to get this wrap off. Having half of it done is just is bothering me. Plus, I'm kind of, to be honest, I'm waiting to purchase more materials for the inside. I need to start getting those walls made, but I need a lot of wood. So that's what we're doing today. Oh, one other little tidbit. This was probably near the tail end of analog lighting, but I had to switch out these little bulbs here, and of course I wanted LED lighting, and I found these, and they're pretty damn bright, I will say. Let's turn the got the power off. Hold on. I did have to replace the batteries on this, so we went with some Duracell. They're not too terribly. I got them from Batteries Plus, not sponsored, and less than 200 bucks a piece, but still, when you got 4 of them, that adds up. Like I said, whatever your budget is, you better double it. Now let's try some lights. So yeah, those are nice and bright. I can see the panel even in the daytime.
Nice.
So those will be nice. Nice little upgrade. One other thing is I've been working on changing the marker lights over to LEDs. There was already a couple, but I need those. There's the 2 on the sides. I've got one out on the front, one of those middle ones there. So I called Prevo and I said I needed the marker lights, and I was not specific, apparently. Well, I really wasn't. I just said I needed the marker lights, and I ordered 10 of each, so I've got 10 more of those, and 10 red ones that I definitely don't need. So we'll be on the phone again. Although I could use the yellows, I certainly don't need 10 reds, and they're 20 bucks a piece, so yeah. And those things are 25 a piece. Now that I've looked them up. That's what I do recommend, is if you're gonna order through Prevo, get the catalog, try and find the part number. There'll be a Prevo number. That way you can ensure you get exactly what you're talking about. we might be in trouble. So I turned the bus around because, I'm gonna finish working on the wrap, and I'd like it easily accessible without all this crap that I've still got to take to the dump. And it's already hot in here. I went to crack a few windows open. Some of these things I don't think have ever been opened, like this one. I did manage to break the little plastic doohickey, but oh well. This one Good thing that this is an emergency exit, but they put a radio antenna there and screwed the bracket on the outside so you can't open that window. But yeah, it's already warm in here and it's only 70 outside. I got the windows open and it's helping. But yeah, I don't even have a fan wired up yet. That might become the priority, but we're gonna get back to doing the wrap. That's just annoying me. It's been on there too long. Crap, guys. It's Monday evening. I'm so tapped. This side is proving to be a lot more difficult than the other side was. Getting there. The doors are coming off pretty easy, so I'm saving those for last. But I won't be able to hit this tomorrow much. I've got some other stuff to do, so I guess we'll get back on it on Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday. Here we go. Finally, been running around all morning dealing with California bulge, leaky, smogging stuff. We did get that hole patched in the door. Again, not the prettiest thing, but it's watertight, so we'll get that light put back on there, but she's sealed, and that was the goal. But we're gonna get back on the old wrap. I'm hoping this thing's done today. Like I say, this side's been proving difficult. I've still got to do that. But hopefully we will get this done today. Well guys, it's Thursday. This wrap is proving to be a real thorn in my ass. I don't know how else to word it. It's nice and sunny out, but the wind is up and it's cool. So using the heat gun is kind of ineffective because by the time I get it warmed up and go to start peeling it, it starts cooling down too quick. And you have to get this stuff at just the perfect temperature for it to really peel off. And when you're sitting on a 12-foot ladder, you don't need any sudden surprises of the vinyl breaking. So this is proving difficult, but it's coming along. It's just real slow. The other issue I'm having are these lights right here. These are made by Truck Light. Oop, I'm gonna have to find that screw. Unfortunately, they're $32 a piece, and these are starting to fade and look kind of dingy, but I don't want to have to spend $300 on marker lights. That's going to be a hard sell. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but we're going to go back to peeling the wrap here as best I can. This wrap has taken a toll on me. Holy crap, this side and the back. I don't know why you made it so difficult, but it was bad. But anyhow, it's mostly off. I've got a little chunk right there to do, and I've got this grate right here to do. That I'm not looking forward to, but got the driver's side done. Front's done, passenger side been done. Other than some cleanup, there's a lot of residue we gotta get. You can kind of see that black nastiness there. A couple trips to Home Depot to fabricate a door lock because the key was sticking in that other one. So I just grabbed a couple fender washers and drilled them out with a step bit. And got these cylinder keys So hopefully I seem to be a little stronger than just a regular key, because this latch is kind of tight, which is what caused the problem in the first place. There was a key broken off in it. But anyhow, I will not be working on the bus tomorrow. I've got an unexpected out-of-state trip on my plate. And then Saturday, I'll hopefully just finish this up. I say this was not my plan for the week. This was supposed to be a one-day shot, and it's turned into, what, 3 days? Well, 4 days, but one day was non-working. I did go get some stuff for the, oh, I can't even remember what they're called, but think, because I'm going to edit this out. Furring strips. I got the stuff, get the furring strips in so we can start getting the bathroom laid out, hopefully Saturday or Sunday. I did put some LED light bulbs in those upper lights. Maybe I'll pull the trigger and start doing them slowly, but like I say, those things are 32 bucks a piece, each one. The side markers are already LED, so I don't need to change those out. They're working fine. But yeah, all of these are pink, basically. So I went and put some red LED bulbs in there, so at least now they're red. Like I say, I've got a light fetish, man. Everything's got to be perfect. And they sent me the wrong side markers. These are incandescent. I wanted LED, so we'll be sending those back. But I want to get these lighting all tidied up. I want to get back inside the bus and not doing all this BS outside the bus. Oh, and also that $50 washer switch, it's the wrong one. It has a momentary on for like the washer, and then on. I need a 2-speed for those upper wiper blades there, because there's low and high. The washer's a separate button. Anyhow, that's it for today. I'm whooped. That wrap was no joke. Well, there it is without the wrap all the way around. It's dirty. I still got some tape to remove. I got some cleanup to do, but that's what she looks like without the wrap. She's no longer the church bus. Now it's just a bus. So now we're turning around so we can get back to the important stuff inside. Well, I didn't get much done yesterday because I had to do a bunch of yard work. So no work occurred on the bus yesterday. Well, very little. We did get it turned around, as you saw in the video, and we are going to go get some lumber today, hopefully. Plans may change. One thing I will say, you know, when I retired, I thought I was going to be just working on the bus every day. I'm finding I'm busier now than I was when I was working, because at least when I was working I had an excuse not to do stuff, apparently. So I know this week was kind of a, well, it was a letdown to me. I didn't want to be spending this much time working on a wrap, but it was really bothering me having that thing on there and this being the church bus. So that was my priority. probably not much of an entertainment value, and I know the last thing you all guys wanted was another montage of me peeling stickers, but it's done finally. Any forward progress on this build is good, and I know there's no blueprint on what you should do first. And I mean, even if there is, it doesn't work for everybody. So this was my priority, was to get that wrap off. It had to happen. So hopefully next time you guys see anything, it's going to be inside the bus with some more interesting content, because I know peeling a wrap is just not that fun, especially when you've seen it. And the struggle with the road air continues. I'm just so torn. I really need the space. I mean, I've got these two mini splits that are going in for sure, and I know in theory you can power them as you're going down the road. I don't know enough about how to do that just yet. I've got an idea, but I don't know if the alternator can handle it. There's just a lot of unknowns. But this road air, it's a ton of weight and it's a ton of space. I really need this bay because it goes through. I am leaving the heat because Mama don't like to be cold, but it's getting to the point to where I don't know how expensive it's going to be to fix this air. And we're going to regret it if I do pull it. So I still am going back and forth with it. I wish I had a solid answer. I guess if I just start ripping it out, that'll be my answer. So we'll see. My thought is if it's too bad, well, I can just start stuffing 12-volt air conditioners on the roof. And they're not cheap, but I'm betting they're cheaper than fixing that road air if it's something beyond my skill set. One thing that I'm learning is, not too many people like to work on a bus. They're very difficult to get into or get underneath mostly. That's what I'm finding is the biggest challenge is you can't even get a jack under this thing half the time without driving it up on a piece of wood or finding a low spot. And it's not like a car where they mark basically where you put the jack. The diagrams point to a spot, but trying to find that spot on a bus, and I don't know how crucial it is to get it in that exact spot. Can you put it on a piece, jack it up enough to get under a solid point like the axle? I would think so, but again, I've worked on cars most of my life, not a bus. So that's another trial and tribulation that I'm dealing with, is just trying to get underneath this thing. I've seen some people go so far as to build a pit, and I'm contemplating it because that would certainly make things easier. But anyhow, yeah, it's another thing to consider. And to go along with that, finding people to work on the bus, it's kind of a reason to pull the road air. I know a car air conditioning system well enough, and you would think this is just a scaled up version, but there's a lot more components to this that I don't know enough about. At least if I put air conditioners on the roof, those are pretty much one and done. And if it craps out, well, you just get another air conditioner and stuff up there, kind of like a car air compressor. When it takes a dump, you just fix it. So I don't know, like I say, I'm still like 55-45 percentage on tossing it, but I got to figure it out. And I did lose most of Saturday because I had to take my aunt back home, and on the way back I got sideswiped. Very little damage for as hard as she hit me. It's because she hit the rim. You kind of see there, it did a number on it. But so now the Honda's out of commission until we go get it inspected and fixed. But that kind of took the wind out of my sails on doing anything on Saturday. But it does prove the point where you're not going to be working on the bus day in and day out. There's just too many other little things that come to be, because I know Monday this has got to go in, so I'm figuring that day is going to be shot, because the closest place is an hour away. So yep, that's going to keep me from working on the bus on Monday. I honestly thought this whole quarter panel was going to be just demolished, because I was doing 75 and she came into my lane trying to avoid a truck that cut her off, and it bumped me pretty good, and I honestly was dreading pulling over to look, because yeah, this is, you know, my wife's baby. She loves this car. So I was actually surprised. I mean, she had a lot of paint transfer, but this would mostly buff out. But the wheel is bent. This wheel right here is canted. You probably won't be able to see it, but she's tilting in at the top a little bit. Not much. I crawled underneath. I didn't see anything major, but I'm sure that that A-arm's going to have to be replaced, and maybe some other stuff. But we'll find out come Monday. But I definitely didn't want to have to go get a car payment. I do not want a new car. I'm happy with what I have. It's all paid for, nobody coming to get it. So yeah, hopefully they can fix this one and not total it out for something goofy.